All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going behind the scenes of a startup. We're going to deconstruct a real business pitch, piece by piece, to really understand what it takes to turn an idea into a solid investment. It's that make or break moment. A founder gets, maybe a few minutes to convince a room of total skeptics that their big vision isn't just a dream, but a legit money-making machine. So today, we're breaking down the art and the science behind that perfect pitch. So let's put on our investor hats. For this explainer, we're looking at a startup called Everyday Steve, and their plan is to completely reinvent how we do lunch at the office. We're going to break down the 4 key things every investor looks for: the problem, the solution, the numbers, and the team behind it all. Let's get into it. Every great pitch starts right here with a problem. And not just any little problem, but a really painful, expensive one that people are absolutely desperate to solve. Seriously, think about your own office right around noon. It's chaos, isn't it? That midday rush, the whole what are we going to eat debate, the delivery apps freezing up. It seems like such a simple thing, but when you scale it up, it becomes a daily logistical nightmare. And wow, this slide just lays it all out. When an investor sees this, they're not just seeing annoyances, they're seeing dollar signs. Employees waiting up to 45 minutes, that's lost productivity, big time. Delivery drivers jamming up the lobby, that's a security and operational mess. Cold or missing food? That's just a morale killer. It's a completely broken system that's just disguised as convenience. And this right here is the line that makes an investor sit up and pay attention. This quote completely reframes the whole issue. Suddenly, it's not just about what employees want for lunch. It's about a real business liability. The pitch is basically saying, hey, companies, you're dealing with a productivity drain, a security risk, and a money pit for zero benefit. Now that gets an investor's attention. Okay, so they've painted a pretty clear picture of the problem. The lunch hour is a mess. Now the pitch has to pivot to the solution. Let's see how Everyday Steve plans to fix it. Now this is so smart. The postal model analogy, it's brilliant. It takes a brand new concept and immediately makes it feel familiar, reliable, predictable. And investors love predictable. So instead of total chaos, you get one single scheduled drop-off. Hot meals, secure lockers, and absolutely no friction. It's simple, it's elegant, and you get it instantly. And here's how they actually pull it off. Look at how clean this process is. Every single step here is designed to eliminate waste. You've got batch prepping, one delivery route, instant pickup. This isn't just a workflow. It's a finely tuned system that creates efficiency at every single point. And you know what efficiency means? That's where the profit margin lives. An elegant solution is one thing, but can it make money? This is the part of the pitch where they have to prove that this cool idea is also a really smart investment. So first things first, you got to show investors the size of the prize. And we're talking about a 288 times billion-dollar market. That number tells an investor 2 crucial things. 1, the market is absolutely enormous. And 2, Everyday Steve isn't trying to invent a whole new behavior. They're just carving out a smart little niche in a massive existing habit. That is a much, much easier sell. You've probably seen this kind of comparison slide before, and for good reason. It's super effective. On one side, you have the total mess of the current system. On the other, the clean, orderly world of Everyday Steve. If you're an employer looking at this, the choice seems like a no-brainer. And this chart? This is where they show you why nobody else can touch them. Just look at all those green check marks, all in one column. Hot food, secure lockers, predictable delivery, and they give a commission back to the employer? Nobody else is even close. This pitch is basically arguing they're not just better than the competition, they're playing an entirely different game. They've created a whole new category. All right, let's talk about the actual numbers, the math behind the machine. The pitch claims that each locker they install can become a revenue engine, pulling in 100 to 150 grand a year. That's the core claim. One piece of hardware, a powerful, recurring stream of cash. But what's the price tag to get that engine running? The pitch says it's a one-time cost of about $6,000 for the locker itself. So an investor immediately does that math in their head. Spend $6 grand up front to unlock a potential $150,000 annual revenue stream. That ratio is everything. And boom, here it is, the knockout punch for any investor, the payback period. They're projecting they can make back the entire cost of the hardware in just 3 to 5 months. For a business that uses physical equipment, that is incredibly fast. It means they can take their profits and just pour them right back into more lockers, creating this powerful engine for super fast growth. Okay, so the numbers look fantastic on paper. But you know what they say. Ideas are cheap. The next huge question is, can this team actually build this thing? Can they execute? And they come right back with proof. This isn't just a PowerPoint dream. They've already built the tech. This slide shows the customer app, which is cool, but the real key here is that they own the entire system, from the customer's phone to the kitchen's dashboard to the driver's portal. That's a huge advantage that makes it really hard for competitors to copy. And this is a huge deal for an investor. They aren't asking for money to fund some science project to see if an idea works. They're asking for money to fund a go-to-market strategy. The technology risk, it's pretty much off the table. The investment is about sales and execution, and that is a much more attractive deal. And then there's the guy behind it all. I mean, look at this resume. It feels like it was tailor-made for this exact company. You've got deep experience in software and heavy-duty logistics from his time at Volvo, combined with actual professional kitchen skills. The fact that he personally built the whole platform himself, that's a massive confidence booster. It's like this business was literally made for him. All right, we've been through the whole story. The problem, the solution, the proof, it all comes down to this, the final numbers and exactly what they're asking for. And this is what the future could look like. These projections are definitely aggressive, but they show a clear plan for scaling up, going from just a handful of lockers to 15 in 3 years and hitting over $2 million in revenue. For an investor, this isn't just a wish list. It's a roadmap that shows how those great unit economics we saw earlier can blow up into serious company-wide growth. And finally, the big ask, $105,000. But look how they present it. It's not just, give us money. It's so specific and transparent. It shows exactly where every dollar is going and ties it to a clear goal. Launch the first 5 to 10 sites and prove the model works. That gives an investor confidence that their money is going to be put to good use. So there you have it, the entire pitch for Everyday Steve, Deconstructed. You've got a real, painful problem, a super elegant postal model solution, a crazy fast 3-month payback period, and a founder with a perfect resume. They've made their case. Now with your investor hat on, there's only one question left. Would you invest?